Hey there, welcome to Nine Little Aussies. Today I am doing something totally different. I was asked a while ago to talk about the cleaning products I use, and today just seemed like a good opportunity to do that because I'm having to redo some things myself. I have for a very long time now done my best to, I won't say completely eradicate chemicals out of my house, but really reduce them and be very, very mindful of when I am using them and very careful with what ingredients I put in things, and just being really aware, I think is my priority, I guess you could say. Haven't always had that sort of mindset, and really the big trigger for that for me happened about, I'm going to say about 12 years ago when, and that's because Caleb is 12, and that was when he was a baby is when this really started coming to the forefront of my mind. Now, my parents were both pretty health conscious. I grew up in a fairly health conscious environment, and they were pretty aware and thinking about the food they're eating and that sort of thing. But really my awareness, so my consciousness of being healthy was more about food and less about cleaning and personal care products until I had Cabes. And when he was little, he had terrible eczema. So, a lot of times, I don't know, maybe this isn't always the case, but a lot of times there's some kind of trigger or some kind of event or thing that is like the light bulb moment for someone of, why would I start to think about the products I'm using in my house? Because until then, I had really, a lot of the times, used the products that my mum had used or similar. Sometimes I'd try something new, but a lot of times it's just, this is what we use. And anyway, so he had terrible eczema, and I ended up discovering there was layers of reasons for this, and that's an ongoing thing that we have to monitor. There's certain foods he eats that definitely his diet makes a difference as well. So it's not purely excuse me, it's not purely about the things that are on his skin, but that he definitely is sensitive to that. So that was when I started thinking about the products that I had in my home. So as I started thinking, researching, looking into it, and discovering things like, and I'm sure a lot of people are more aware now these days than they were even a decade ago, certainly 2 decades ago when I became a mum for the first time. There was a lot less information out there than there is now, definitely. And that's, wonderful that there's more information. So I started discovering and learning that, hey, our skin is the largest organ of our body, and it's not a barrier. What we put on our skin is absorbed into our body, absorbed into our bloodstream, affects our internal organs, affects so many things. So that started me looking at, hey, first it was shampoo. That was my first thing I started looking at, was what is in the shampoo that I'm putting all over myself and my children, what's in our soaps, and then I was like, detergent, because we keep our clothes on our bodies all day long, we sleep in them, they're on the sheets, that we lay down on, our blankets, pillows. And the more I delved into it, the more I realized, hey, this really, really matters. This is actually a really big piece of our health. So we can be eating all the healthy food in the world, but if we are then bombarding our body and our system and our skin, our lungs, we're breathing this stuff in. If we're bombarding ourselves with toxic chemicals that are not compatible with human physiology, then we're really sabotaging our attempts to live healthy. And the food might be great, but if we're doing all of this other damaging stuff, our body's got to fight against a lot of things to stay strong. And some people are definitely more sensitive than others. So since then, it's been a long road, and I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried making things myself. I've tried lots of different products, some of which I still use today. And it definitely coming to America meant that some of those things I've had to rediscover. So I do use and have used for many years a company called Modere for our shampoo and conditioner. And that was sort of one of the first things I discovered. A family friend introduced us to that when I was initially looking into all of these things. And thankfully that is a product that it was originated here in the USA. So I used it in Australia, I can still use it here. I don't use all of their things, but the shampoo and conditioner and the toothpaste are things that I still really like to use. I have found, like, and this is just my honest assessment, I love the company, I love the products. Their prices have crept up and up, and when you have a large family, that is definitely a consideration. So, sorry. So I am definitely open to suggestions in that area. If you have a product that is toxin free, that is healthy, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I'm open to hearing about it. But what I want to share with you today is two things. One is a company I have just discovered and started using. I've started using their laundry wash. It's called Truly Free. And it was started by a family whose little boy was very sick. And they, after a series of events, discovered that he was having reactions to washing powder and things that were going on his skin. So they started this company, which is now, from what I can see, doing really well. And they've now got dozens and dozens of products, which is great. I have been using this for about a month, I want to say, a few weeks anyway. And it's really good. It's really good. It's working. And, you know, like, we have a big family. Depending on who's here at the time, it has been anywhere from like 7 to 11 people. And so I do a lot of washing. And I was a little bit worried when I saw the size of the bottle. I'm like, this thing is tiny. I'm going to use that like in a couple of weeks. That's not going to cut it. But it is very, very concentrated. So this cap, and this is supposed to do 50 loads, which I was like, how can that be 50 loads? But so this cap, you literally use a quarter of the cap in a full load. That's all I use. So that's how this lasts a lot longer. And then you get these refills. I've just got this box of refills that I ordered, has come in. And these little packs come in the refill. All you do is, when this is empty, I just refilled it this morning actually, but you fill it up to the line with warm water, you pour in the sachet, give it a good shake, and then it's done and ready to go. But the fact that they come in these sachets, you buy the one bottle and then you're not buying and throwing away bottles after bottles after bottles, which is what I was doing. So it's definitely better for the environment. And it's also better, but these are quite lightweight and easy, so you're not paying a ton in shipping. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with this. I've been using that for several weeks now. Like I said, we do a lot of washing. I have just tried this for the first time today. It's a stain remover. So it's like this little bar, and you rub it on. So you wet the garment, whatever it is you're clean, has a stain. You wet it, and you wet this bar, and you rub it on till it lathers, and then you just put it in the wash. Wash as normal, but it smells really nice as well. Both of these smell really nice. So I'll show you what the other products they have. And then I'll show you one other thing that I do make myself. So I haven't even tried all these. There's so many of them, but I thought I would show you. There's dishwasher soap, and you use one little scoop for every wash. So what I did is I was just going to get this, because what I was really hunting for and I've been hunting for like a year, was a laundry powder or a laundry liquid. I really didn't care if it was a powder or a liquid, but I wanted something that was free of toxic chemicals and safe for our skin, and didn't break my budget, because there are other options out there, even with the company I mentioned before, but when you've got a big family, it just ends up being really expensive. So far I'm finding this really reasonable. Homesteading Family is where I initially heard about this company. I was listening to a podcast, and Carolyn from Homesteading Family interviewed the founder of this company. And so I listened to his story, and they had a deal where that you could basically purchase like a starter kit. And I was really surprised how much you get in the starter kit, and I thought it was very reasonably priced. I think I paid $60 for, like, I'll show you how many products came with that, and refills and stuff as well. So I thought it was a good way to try it out and see if I liked it. I liked what I was hearing. I thought, well, I'm going to try it. So this, the stain stick, a couple of these dishwasher soaps. I'm just seeing if it tells you how many washes, but I don't think it does. But you put one scoop in each one. And then there's a couple of these Oxy Boost, which is basically like a chlorine-free bleach alternative for whitening and brightening clothes. There's an enzyme stain remover, water-activated enzymes that digest the toughest stains. So I haven't tried that. There is a glass cleaner. So again, they initially provide you with the bottle, and then you can get refills. So this is a glass cleaner, which usually I wouldn't have bought this on its own. I have a cloth. I think it's, what's the brand? Norwex? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. And anyway, it just cleans without windows and mirrors and stuff, without any cleaning product at all. And it is awesome. But this came in the pack, so I will definitely try it. This also came a wooden furniture polish, which I was actually really excited that was in there, because I have quite a bit of, when we arrived here, I had to start from scratch finding all the furniture for our house. And in some ways that was exciting, in some ways it was daunting, and in some ways it was a financial impossibility. But what ended up happening is we bought a lot of things at garage sales and at estate sales and secondhand. And I have ended up with quite a lot of beautiful old furniture, wooden furniture, that it amazes me, actually, the stuff that is old but still beautiful and strong that people are just getting rid of. But it definitely needs a bit of a polish. So, and a lot of polishes are really toxic. So I was happy I haven't tried this yet either, but that's a wood polish that came with this. There is a floor cleaner. Again, the bottle and the refill. And again, I probably wouldn't have gone out and bought this specifically, because I generally clean my floors with a little bit of vinegar and a couple of drops of eucalyptus oil, or some kind of essential oil that I like. But that's okay. I'll try it. So there's actually 2 floor cleaner refills in there. I think this is sample 5. So an extra small sample of dishwasher soap. Oh, there was 2 glass cleaner refills in there. And this is so the Dryer Angel, this is 2 refills, and this is the cover. So I haven't actually opened this yet. So it's this cute little dryer angel. And the other nice thing about this, I'll just read this to you. It comes with this little flyer in here. Switching to Truly Free has a huge impact. Proceeds support the Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf in Jamaica, provides sustainable empowerment through economic development in Asia. You've joined us in reaching hundreds of women from the clutches of human trafficking. Provides women with employment opportunities. So the women in these safe houses that they've rescued are making these little dryer angels. And every single load of laundry you do makes an enormous difference in the world. So it's basically helping these women who they have rescued and giving them a job that they make these little dryer angels. So then it's kind of got an opening at the bottom with some little press studs. And then let's see what this is. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, that smells really nice. I wonder what that is. Smelling like heaven. Yeah, that smells beautiful. Let me see. Yeah, it says a signature scent blend of essential oils. And it absolutely smells divine. I don't know why I haven't opened this yet, but anyway, because I don't usually do things like that. I just have my clothes, and back home I would just hang them on the line. It's another curious detail in the difference between Australia and America. It is unusual, I would say, in Australia to find a house that does not have an outside clothesline. Very unusual. You know, in a city, yes, they wouldn't have clotheslines. But even in the suburbs, and definitely in the country, but even in the suburbs, everyone has a clothesline and hangs their clothes out to dry. And here, I have not found any of the houses to have clotheslines. So that is on my wish list. I said to my husband, I don't know where we're going to put it. And Hills Hoist, I don't even know if you can get Hills Hoist over here. They're like these clotheslines. You Aussies will know what I'm talking about. They kind of like a tent and it swings around. Anyway, look it up, Hills Hoist. But even if I don't have one of those, even if I just have a wire, I was looking at it today actually. We were out in the garden harvesting some things and I was like, where can I put my clothesline? I might have to I thought about doing a freestanding one because I don't have two trees to go between really that would work. I thought about doing a freestanding one like Ruth Ann Zimmerman on her channel, Homesteading with the Zimmermans. I've seen she has a freestanding one. I'm like, oh, I got my eye on that. Anyway, for now, I'm using a dryer. So I will pop these in. And a dryer is awesome on rainy days. I will say that. It is very handy. Okay, so it comes with a couple of those refills as well. So yeah, there's quite a lot in that. And this is just the starter pack. So I have already reordered once and I just got these because this is really what I was wanting. And I'm very, very happy with it. So yeah, definitely recommend that. And this, I'm going to go put this in a load right away. It smells really good. Okay, so then the other thing, I guess, as far as cleaning products and what I use in my house, like I said, I will, on the floors, I generally use a bit of vinegar and a couple of drops of eucalyptus oil. The bathrooms and the toilets, I make a mix, and I, for years and years and years, just used vinegar. And honestly, it's fine. There are some tough stains that I feel like that is, doesn't do great. I'll make, it depends what it is. If it's soap scum, you can make a paste with vinegar and bicarb soda, which is pretty good and does a pretty good job. But I make this disinfectant spray that I use in the bathrooms, toilets, and I have found this excellent. I got this recipe from, and I will try, Lord help me remember, to put a link below for this. This recipe is from a blog post that was done by the homesteading family. And I've printed it out, so I will put this, and I just mix it. I will put the link below. I just mixed it in a spray bottle, and it's just 1.25 cups of distilled water, and I just use my filtered water out of the tap because we have a filter. Not exactly distilled, but seems to be fine. A 1/4 cup of white vinegar, a 1/4 cup of vodka, and 15 drops of essential oils. And it just depends what essential oils I have on hand. I'm trying to remember what I used in this one. Yeah, that's got lavender in it. Maybe peppermint. I can't remember. But anyway, whatever essential oils you want to put in. And all of those essential oils have lots of, properties, antibacterial properties or whatever, especially certain ones that that help with the cleaning, but also just make it smell really nice. And I have found that excellent to clean bathrooms with. So that's what I'm doing. I would love to hear if you have any ideas or suggestions, especially in regards to shampoos and conditioners and soap. I have found soap a tricky one. I have not found a solution yet since we've been living in America. I had a source for that in Australia, but so far here I haven't found one that's really affordable for a large family, for us anyway, in this season. I really need to be conscious of budget, and there are a lot of beautiful home handmade, goat's milk soaps and things like that. A lot of them are really expensive, honestly. But if anyone has any suggestions, I would love to hear about it. I just realized I forgot one thing that was in that introductory pack from Truly Free, and I did already use this. It's a laundry machine cleaner. So that came in that introductory pack and did a really good job. And I actually think that's a really great idea when you're switching over to a toxin-free laundry powder, is to give your washing machine a really good clean, because it can be and will be, it'll have residue. It'll have all of the residue of the toxic ones you've been using. So that came in there. Really keen to hear what you might recommend or what you're using and what you like. And I hope this was helpful in some way. Sunshine and raindrops, and I'll see you again soon. I'm just popping back on here to say I tried this for the first time today, stain stick, on a coffee stain. It was on this, one of my husband's favorite shirts, and several days ago, so actually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 4 days ago now, he spilled coffee all down the front of it. And I forgot to put stain remover on it. So it sat there for like 4 days with coffee on it. And this morning, it wasn't even this morning, it was like lunchtime, I put the the stain stick on and rubbed it on and then put it through the wash, and no coffee stain left. I don't know if I'm not doing a very good job of holding it up, but there's no stain. It totally worked. So I'm pretty happy with that.